meine Damen und Herren, I am Fräulein Lady Elsa von Berg.
And I am Lady Julie Daubigny at your service.
And my name is Lady Gwendolyn Thorne, and together we are
Chase
Treasure.
And we are otherwise known as Pretty Women Who Sing for Tips. That is correct. Put a tip in our box right there. If you like what you see, you may put your tip in our virtual chests. Below you, you see the PayPal link. And for one moment, I actually have to go muted. So Lady Julie and Lady Gwendolyn, I'm going to let you hold the show for just a few seconds.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. She's left us on her own. Gwendolyn, whatever shall we do? Quick, take out your tiny cock.
Not yet. You keep that for a surprise for later. You don't start the show with that.
You think they'll be disappointed if they know immediately how tiny your cock is? You have to save it for last, right? She's back!
I realized I am very naked. And not only am I
unlaced, so much.
I am not jeweled.
Oh, well, that's inappropriate, to say the least.
I had to make sure I went and got my pearls and get my string of pearls around my neck.
Well, we all know it's pronounced pearl necklace, and I have several of them.
Oh my goodness, so many friends from Oklahoma here, ladies, that are saying hello to us. Mr. Jacob Stepp.
Hello, Jacob.
Hi, Jason.
Hello, Jason.
Wonderful. Hello, beautiful lady.
One of our favorite people who's come to every single one of our shows, Cleopatra. Has shown up in the house today. And let's see, Joel Higgs.
Oh, hello, sir.
Oh, Joel.
It is Walter, the angry Scotsman.
All our friends.
All of our friends are here. We are someone likes a pearl necklace. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today for our 5th episode of Ladies Unlaced. We are here to answer your questions, any burning desires that you have had for the 3 ladies from Oklahoma.
Oh, if you do have burning desires, you should probably get them checked by a doctor.
Oh my goodness! Ooh. No one is a virgin in our shows, at least not by the end of them.
No.
This is a longtime friend of mine who has joined into our broadcast.
Andy, I love Andy.
Oh, a virgin? You mean that we have a virgin in the audience?
We do. In fact, Lady Rosaline is watching and commenting at the same time, and she says, Andy Zetlin, get ready to have your cherry popped. We promise you'll be gentle.
We have to tease him, abuse him, and make fun of him and other things. Yes?
Most definitely.
Well, it will have to be gentle because I can't use my legs and my hands and my feet.
I know.
I just have to use my mouth tonight.
I'm very sad. I can only count to 3 right now.
You're right. Oh, good. No, you've
1, 2, 3.
For those of you who do not know the Oklahoma crew, Lady Julie typically counts to, 7?
7.
7. Gwendolyn taught me to count to 7. But I can't. Wait. Maybe I can do that. Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to try.
They're going to need to pay extra for that.
So you see a comment here from Mr. Pat Brazen. He is a mega fan of ours, of Chase Treasures, but this is the first time that he's seeing the 2 of you in performance.
Oh, hello. It's so nice to meet you.
I like your photograph, Pat. I like your rainbow pirate flag. That's very nice.
And another Oklahoma fan who has actually never seen our show, but is a dear heart fan of ours.
Brett and Trina are here. And, Paul from Louisiana.
Oh, hello, Paul.
Right there, he said hello from Louisiana. So, ladies.
Yes.
Does anyone have any questions, mayhaps, to get us started, since the fans haven't given us any quite yet? Lady Gwendolyn, I know you were prepared with some questions for the ladies.
I have at least one. And it's a question for...
Sorry, I'm laughing at Nicole, who just told me that I don't need to know math.
You don't need a what?
I don't need to know that.
Oh.
Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate
I
it.
said at least one. I know I can count. Well, we can count to 7, like we said. But what was I going to say? Oh dear. Help us.
4. I'm trying to remember how to count to 7 without being able to show anything.
Wasn't there one?
Hey, wait, you got your armpit. Hey, you can
5.
5, 6.
7.
I don't care to show my armpits right now because I look very German there right now.
Well, some people are into that. I'm not judging.
Quarantine has turned me into my truest self.
I totally forgot whatever was going on. The question. My question is for Lady Julie.
Yes.
Now, most of our fans from Oklahoma who are watching right now know that we like to associate ourselves with birds sometimes. So, oh wait, I think I just answered my own question, but I'll wait, let you answer. I haven't even been drinking yet. The glass is still empty. Okay, if Lady Elsa is a chicken and I am a peacock, then what bird are you?
Oh, well, I'm off my rocker, so I suppose I'm a cuckoo.
I said to Lady Gwendolyn the other day that I thought you were a flamingo because during the time in Oklahoma you were injured and you had to be on one.
I was standing on one leg and I was dressed in pink, so I mean that's accurate.
Speaking of memories, oh dear, that feather's got to go. Speaking of memories, you remember that bird that the Lady Crystal had that time that defecated upon your gown? What kind of bird was that? Maybe that's what kind of bird you are.
Wasn't it? It was a red-tailed hawk.
Yes.
It was a infant. What's the name of
it was a little red-tailed hawk chick, and it shat all over me.
What you would be, Lady Julie? You would be a red-tailed hawk.
All right, I'll take that. I like it. I am red-tailed right now, after all.
I am having a moment. What was the name of our amazing falconer at Oklahoma Renaissance Festival?
Quick, audience interaction.
Lady Crystal Stacy, I believe. I don't know what of the royal falcon.
Lady Gwendolyn knows all the birds.
I do. I'm friends with a lot of birds.
Ladies, we have some comments from the gallery here. Cleopatra, I brought it up earlier, but she does say that one can be pretty and know math.
Oh, thank you, Cleopatra.
Very true, Cleopatra.
I have a mathematician for that, although he's a geometer, though you wouldn't know it from his parallel parking. And he does all of my counting for me.
Jason Pyle has commented on my Germanness with COVID pits.
She's got the German disease. Oh, I mean the French disease. I mean she is German.
And we have another one from Mark McLaughlin saying that he loves getting to know new treasures.
We love you.
We are so excited that our episodes of Ladies Unlaced have been able to introduce us to new fans, people who haven't seen us in various different places. Like our West Coast crew is going to be doing their show next in 2 weeks. So you'll have an opportunity to see people that you don't see normally. And Lady Julie is licking the camera now.
Well, I'm just excited that more people are showing up because I've been a little starved for attention.
Normally I charge extra for this.
Oh, Rosaline was pooped on by a pigeon, my friends.
Rosaline was pooped upon by Lady Rosaline. Daddy said to good luck. A pigeon, specifically. I know not
Lady
why.
Julie, be careful. We need to make sure that we are still safe for Facebook.
Oh, sorry.
What did
Remember, your bosoms are right there.
I haven't
Lady
got my mask.
You need to cover up. You can borrow my.
There. Am I safe for Facebook now?
You are safe for the world, protecting us all from the COVID-19 plague.
Oh,
I have a jest.
I'm very French right now myself.
What did the Pharaoh say when the 7th plague came?
What did the Pharaoh say when the 7th plague hit?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What did the Pharaoh say?
Oh, hell no!
Oh.
I didn't know the Pharaoh was from North Carolina.
South. No, I'm just kidding. Either one. Who cares anymore?
Oh no, he was from Memphis. Get it? Because it's in Egypt and it's also in Tennessee.
I thought I was going to avoid the horrible puns because Lady Rosaline isn't in this show, but apparently...
Oh, no. You should know better than that, Lady.
I was going to say, have you met the both of us?
Oh, we have a comment. Oh, Tiffany!
Hello!
Julia the Third should be
Oh. you know I would be.
The ladies, but
all of the cheese treasures are swallows.
Very true. Rosaline is proud of her puns. Ladies, our fans have come here this evening not only to see us be goofy and silly and full of shenanigans as always, but they do come to see our new songs. What do you think about sharing one of our new songs with them?
I think we should.
Oh, all right.
But what are they going to do for us?
Well,
they're going to tip us.
Is put tips in our box. The one that you see right below there, the virtual tip test. So let's show them one of our songs, mayhaps one in honor of some birds that we know. What do you think of that?
I think that's a wonderful idea.
I hope you like my feathers.
There's a corner of the garden where the lads and lassies meet, for it wouldn't do to do the do they're doing in the street. The first night I went there I was very much impressed to see the young folks romping up the cuckoo's nest, for it's high-low, cuckoo's nest. High-low, cuckoo's nest. I'll give any man a shilling and a bottle of the best to rumple up the feathers of me cuckoo's nest. I met him in the morning and I had him in the night. He never gone that way before, he had to do it right. He never would have found it, no, he never would have guessed, if I hadn't shown him where to find the cuckoo's nest. For it's high the cuckoo, low the cuckoo, high the cuckoo's nest. High the cuckoo, low the cuckoo, high the cuckoo's nest. I'll give any man a shilling and a bottle of the best to rumple up the feathers of me cuckoo's nest. I showed him where to find it and I showed him where to go, through the prickles and the brambles where the little cuckoos grow. From the moment that he found it I would never let him rest till he rumpled up the feathers of me cuckoo's nest. For it's high, low the cuckoo, high the cuckoo's nest. High the cuckoo, low the cuckoo, high the cuckoo's nest. I'll give any man a shilling and a bottle of the best to rumple up the feathers of me cuckoo's nest. It was thorny, it was prickled, it was feathered all around. It was tucked into a corner where it wasn't easy found.
I think I lost it.
I said, young man, you're blundering. He said it wasn't true. He left me with the makings of a young cuckoo, for it's high the cuckoo, low the cuckoo, high the cuckoo's nest. High the cuckoo, low the cuckoo, high the cuckoo's nest. I'll give any man a shilling and a bottle of the best to rumple up the feathers of me cuckoo's nest. For it's high the cuckoo, low the cuckoo, high the cuckoo's nest. High the cuckoo, low the cuckoo, high the cuckoo's nest. I'll give any man a shilling and a bottle of the best to rumple up the feathers of me cuckoo's nest. I'll give any man a shilling and a bottle of the best to rumple up the feathers of me cuckoo's nest.
Oh, darling Henry, I miss you.
Lady Gwendolyn, you appear to be... It has been very hard this year. 2020 has been a difficult year at the best.
For those of you who may not know, the year of 2019 was a great year. For I made I made a wonderful companion in my friend Henry the Peacock at the Castleton. And unfortunately, some circumstances happened this year where an unknown predatory animal...
Lady Julie?
I don't know anything, not anything at all. I have never been described as a predatory animal.
You stop that. Anyway, I'll move on. It will be fine.
Oh, Gwendolyn, I'm so
right
sorry.
one day.
Lady Gwendolyn, do you have some words about Henry?
I'm sure you'll find another cock someday, darling.
But I have this lovely journal that has a beautiful peacock. Oh, it's backwards. My bad. Beautiful peacock inlay. And it looks just like him. And I love it. And I will think about him every time I write in my beautiful journal.
Oh, that's very touching.
We have some lovely comments from the audience.
Yes. Is anyone offering Gwendolyn a cock yet?
Not yet, but Davis Young says we sound great, and he liked the fact that Gwendolyn lost her feathers. We know that she lost her mind long ago, so losing her feathers is nothing.
She's always been a bit of a bird brain.
Oh, dear.
Oh, John is here.
Oh, John!
Oh, it's John. John.
Hello,
John.
John and Sir Davis were actually two of our very first fans in Oklahoma. They came to our first show on our first day because they wanted to be able to say that they were the first people to see the new act. And they've been so loyal to us ever since. And John and Davis even came to see our Christmas concert back in 2019. They flew out.
They did better than I did.
Yes. Just for those of you who are vying for my heart, John and Davis already have a head start, all right? They flew all the way out here to see the concert, so do better.
But there are ways that you can buy our hearts.
It's true, we're available for sale.
Number one, you can put a tip in our box. The box is a little further down.
Oh.
You can also visit our website or our merchandise website, spreadshirt.com/chase-treasure or chase-treasure. Or you can purchase a personalized verse at PayPal me/chase-treasure. For $15, you get a verse written for you by one of us ladies.
Can they choose the song as well?
And we will tape it for them. So for $10, it's just the verse. For $15, you get the verse and one of our beautiful faces. On that note, ladies, I think maybe perhaps we should show off. I have a couple of our verses that have been written for our fans.
Oh, yes.
Including one that was written specially for John.
But you have to tell the story first, or it won't make any sense.
True. So John and his lady Rachel, they met when they were in high school. And if I remember correctly, John asked Lady Rachel to the homecoming dance. But Lady Rachel misunderstood and simply thought that it was to the homecoming game. So she had plans for that night. She already had plans with another lady, and she was going to have a sleepover at a friend's house. She did not go to the homecoming dance with John that year. A year later, they went to the homecoming dance, and they have been together ever since. And I can't remember, John, can you comment and let us know how many years you and Lady Rachel have been married and together? It's going to take a few seconds, so perhaps it will show after we show their verse.
I just saw that my dearest Byron is here, and that he says that we are priceless.
Priceless, yes. Well,
but see, Byron knows that I am his favorite.
Who invited him?
No, Lady Elsa. I hate to break it to you, but I am Byron's favorite. I mean, obviously, I'm a super fan.
All the time that I am his favorite.
No, but I am Byron's favorite.
I beg to differ. I believe that I am Byron's favorite.
Byron, are you going to sort this out for us once and for all?
Oh, John has now told us 20 years together, 16 years married. So to give our audience an idea of what they can purchase with a personalized verse, and while we're waiting for Byron to solidify and confirm that I am indeed his favorite, We shall show Lady Julie's verse, or rather my verse that I wrote and Lady Julie taped for Rachel.
Hello, John. Hello, Rachel. This was written especially for you on the occasion of your anniversary by Lady Elsa and sung by yours truly, Lady Julie. It's Otto, yes, it's Otto, the German that no one suspects. He's kind and he's sweet, his writing's so neat. Just take care what you send when dear Otto corrects. Bum bum bum. One day John decided to chance and ask Rachel to a dance. Though the ball she denied, "Oh, John," she cried, for Otto wrote lifetime romance. Happy anniversary!
Shakespeare is here!
Shakespeare is here.
Shakespeare!
Shakespeare.
Yeah,
I
we can't
like
do that anymore.
Shakespeare so much more than I like that dumb poet friend of his. I can't even remember his name. I just can't stand him so much. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Shakespeare, obviously.
Shakespeare,
Yeah,
and they were also talking about some Christopher Marlowe, who has just confirmed that I am indeed his favorite.
I've never heard of him.
Which is quite clear.
There. Yes, it is quite clear.
Actually, I do believe his favorite is pictured in his profile picture with him.
I suppose that's fair.
Oh, here we go. Lady Julie gets Silent Shadows vote.
Oh,
Lady Gwendolyn gets Dead Hawkins
Ooh.
vote.
It's no, I'm someone's new favorite. Is it because of the feathers? Charming work. Oh, I like that. That's a very complimentary term. Charming work. I enjoy that.
See,
Look, if we're dueling, I'm just going to say I'm an expert swordswoman. So, Lady Gwendolyn, Lady Elsa, I love you both. I will try not to name you too badly.
causing trouble as always, Christopher Marlowe. Always causing trouble. That's why Shakespeare's our favorite.
That's the name of Shakespeare's servant. Yes, that's right.
Lady Julie,
Yes.
one of my favorite experiences when we were in Oklahoma
Yes.
was holing up in a hotel with you during a very special meteorological I think that in the German accent. Torando, yes.
Torando.
And I have a very special surprise for you tonight.
For me?
For you. One for Lady Gwendolyn as well, but she unfortunately was not with us the night of this particular Torando.
Or fortunately, as the case may be.
We should tell them the story, though, about holing up in for the Torando. I told it in a previous episode, but Lady Julie, I would like you to tell the story.
All right.
About the most important things that we protected that night.
So, if you weren't aware that we occasionally room together while on the road, we do. And Lady Elsa and I were in the middle of several tornadoes. It had been a week of almost tornadoes every single evening. And on this particular occasion, there were several I keep trying to say tornadoes in a row. So the place that we were staying, we had to go into the first floor to go into the shelter. And of course, I was very nervous. And so the first time we made sure that we packed everything, all of our valuables, all of our personal items, toothbrush, clothing, change of clothes, our fancy dresses, and absolutely everything that we absolutely needed. And we loaded ourselves down with bags and we went into the shelter and we waited it out. And after a couple of hours, we went back upstairs and everything was safe and we went to bed. And then about an hour later, the sirens went off again. Now we were both very tired at this point. So we said, you know what, we're only going to take the things we absolutely need. So at this point, we just packed our valuables and our clothes, our toothbrushes, and headed down to the shelter and waited it out for a couple of hours. He was safe, and we went back upstairs. And we went back to bed. And then at 2:00 in the morning, the sirens went off yet again. And at this point, we both just headed for the door. And then Lady Elsa turned to me and she said, "Did you bring the supplies?" And I turned round and I picked up our bottle of liquor. And
I thought it was I that picked it up. You asked if we had the supplies, and I said, "Yup."
Oh, that's what it was.
It really doesn't matter. The point is,
And they learned a very
The
important
most
lesson
valuable,
that night.
important thing to take into the tornado shelter with you is the liquor. That's the lesson here, the life.
the lesson you learned here. And Lady Rosaline says, bonus, because of COVID, less tornado warning.
That's
I
right.
think that's how it works, Lady Rosaline.
No. Tornadoes are absolutely afraid of COVID. That's how that works.
Oh, really?
Pretty sure.
Well, I have a special surprise, as I said, for both of you.
Oh,
It's
dear.
a little flashback memory to share with all of our fans.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I did. See,
Oh.
Lady Julie and I had been texting with our leader, Lady Morgan, about the tornadoes. And she misspelled tornado in a text and wrote Torando.
Orlando.
And we keep on saying Torando. And we thought it sounded like a particular song that you may recognize. Ladies, are you ready?
Oh, God.
Something in the air last night. The wind blew past Torando. It was blowing there for you and me. The rain blew free Torando.
This
The Torando! It's a rainbow Torando!
is that what happens on Pride Day? Rainbow Torandos.
Yes,
Well, we are in
only
Pride Month. It
That's
is
true.
Pride Month.
How
And
about
that's
it?
one of the saddest things for me about not being in Oklahoma this year is I really wanted to be there for Pride. Although Pride would have been right after the ended, it impressed me how embracing the cast and staff at the Oklahoma Renaissance Festival at the Castle of Muskogee is.
they're good
For-
people.
They are amazing people for all sexual orientations, gender identities, race, everything. Everyone is welcome. It is this amazing, beautiful oasis in Oklahoma. And the people we met there are now lifelong friends. Speaking of,
Fantastic.
we have a request for the next time we go out.
Ooh,
Oh.
foods. Feed me. Get the chicken in my belly. Speaking of chicken, Lady
Oh.
Elsa,
Yes.
I have a gift for you.
You have a gift for me?
I have a gift for you because your natal den was a few months ago, and I had a gift for you, and I thought I was going to give it to my owl to deliver to you, but I think that flying all the way to Germany was a little too hard for the owl, so I thought that since we had this magical opportunity, but Lady Julie, tell her what it is.
Oh, well, as we
wait.
all know, Lady Gwendolyn has a very tiny cock.
But Lady Elsa's about to have the smallest cock I've ever seen in my entire life, ever.
Very tiny. Very,
All right.
very.
So, Lady Elsa, as you may know, I spent a little bit of time at a lovely theatre not long ago with a German name, a German theme upon the building, architecture, whatnot. And they had a nice little gift shop, and I got you this present.
You can eat
It's a
bread.
lovely little hand-painted cock.
It is a
But-
micro cock.
But wait, because there are more. So we have this, and then our next one. Ooh, where did he go? The little green one. So there's that. And then the next is even smaller. And then we'll put that down. And the next. But wait. Here he is.
I do believe
The smallest cock you've ever seen.
that is the smallest cock I've ever seen.
It's smaller than a Tic Tac.
It
Smaller
is.
than a Tic Tac.
I believe they call that a micro chicken. Yes, it's pronounced micro chicken.
Micro chicken.
Micro chicken.
There is more cock in that one cock than I have ever seen. So many cocks in one.
Micro chicken. Chickens in disguise. That's
So
how
for
it
our
is, right?
friends,
A nesting cock. It is. It's a nesting cock.
oh.
Yeah.
Yes, Jennifer, I have clearly not met your ex. It keeps going.
I think I slept with that gentleman once. Oh,
With this gentleman. Oh,
with
it's nice that he came here.
with the tiny cock.
Oh, I thought you were saying this man. Mr.
No.
Optimus.
Oh God. Sorry.
If
No.
you did, make sure you put a tip in our box.
I'm giving you your whole family of cocks. You'll get them soon, Lady Elsa. I promise.
A family of cocks. I
am
think that's
so
called
honored.
incest, darling. That's forbidden. Even
I
in
am so
Germany.
honored to have the family cock.
It's not legal even in Germany.
Oh my goodness.
That was
Oh.
a good one.
Well,
I know.
unless you're royalty, then it's a whole other kettle of fish, isn't
I
it?
could say a lot of things about that, Kit Barlow. You. I thought.
Donald, you have a brilliant mind. Next time I shall be painted as a cuckoo bird.
You know what? For the next masquerade in Castleton, I'm not going. Last year, I got face paint by the lovely face painter of Castleton, and she made me look absolutely beauteous, gold and foiled
really
and
did
just
look beautiful.
fantastic. But I think next year I just have her paint my face as a peacock.
In honor of
In
Henry.
memory of your late husband, Henry.
Oh,
And then that night I'll get so drunk that I'll just roam around the castle grounds. Has anyone seen my boyfriend? I'm all right. What are you drinking, Lady Elsa? What kind of ale is that?
it is Angry Orchard, but it is
Oh,
their
it's cider. That's right.
unfiltered.
Lady
I
Elsa
figured-
doesn't like beer. She likes cider. She's a bad German.
I am a very bad German. But I figured since it was unfiltered, that it was appropriate for our show this evening.
That's
Oh, are we also unfiltered?
We are always unfiltered.
Wait, what does it mean if I'm distilled?
Oh dear.
What do I have to do to myself to distill myself?
Lady Gwendolyn, you are very seldom still.
Oh,
That's
no.
right. It's impossible.
Ladies, I think perhaps it's time to share another song with these people.
All right. Since we're talking about distillations, how about something alcoholic?
I think that makes a lot of sense. So our next song is right here, friends. Get ready for a little tale about Lady Gwendolyn's favorite gentleman, and ours as well. I hit the wrong song.
Oh, you don't do that. Not yet.
Come on, let me tell you about my darling Andy. He's tall and fair and slightly randy, drinking porter. He's quite handy.
You're not drunk.
But he loves me like the devil on a Sunday. Oh, Roy, oh, and a diddle dandy. I want a man who can tickle me fancy, bring me flowers and a cherry brandy, and loves me night and morning.
Monday night and his head is aching. It's down to the pub for a cure he's making. Doesn't he know that my heart is breaking?
Oh, dear.
We never make love on a Monday.
Tuesday night and he grows no bolder. Pain in his back and his neck and his shoulder. Weather's wet and it's getting colder. What an awful day is Tuesday. Oh, Roy-o and a diddle-um-dandy. I want a man who can tickle me fancy. Bring me flowers and a cherry brandy. And loves me night and morning. Wednesday passes very dreary. Thursday night and he's feeling weary. Friday comes and I am quite cheery.
Just calm down.
2 more days till Sunday.
Saturday night and he struts and he prances down to the pub like a madman. He dances 12 o'clock and I've lost my chances. He's sleeping in the parlor.
Oh, Roy-o and a diddle-um-dandy. I want a man who can tickle me fancy. Bring me flowers and a cherry brandy. And loves me night and morning. Sunday night and he's feeling cozy. A man and his lass by the fireside rosy. That's the lot, now you're far too nosy. We watched Game of Thrones.
Sure you did.
Quarantine and chill. What a wonderful day is Sunday. Oh, Roy-o and a diddle-um-dandy. I want a man who can tickle me fancy. Bring me flowers and a cherry brandy. And loves me night and morning. Oh, Roy-o and a diddle-um-dandy. I want a man who can tickle me fancy. Bring me flowers and a cherry brandy. And loves me night and morning.
That song makes me sad too, because I miss being able to cuddle with you in person, not like the side.
Yes, I've hardly gotten to motorboat your boobs in months.
Hey, Lady Julie, lean a little bit towards Gwendolyn and we can cuddle with her. I'm leaning towards you. I'm cuddling with you. Oh, we'll cuddle with Lady Julie. There we go.
I don't know how to lick my ear.
Look what my lad brought me.
Oh, flowers!
Did he offer you
And
A cherry brandy. Oh,
I have never
what does
had
that say, Lady Julie? What does that say? It says it's from
it
France.
says Kirchdal cherry brandy.
Yes. Made with small black cherries with big stones.
Oh, I
Yes,
do like a man with big stones.
Full-bodied aromas. I have never tried cherry brandy until this moment. I'm bad chase treasure. Why is most brandy is brown? It smells like brandy.
Is
Though.
it good? I mean, it's from France, and everything from France is wonderful.
Whatever.
Well, here we go. This is the moment right now. He's literally popping.
Oh, this won't be the first French thing you've had in your mouth, Lady Gwendolyn.
We're popping my cherry brandy cherry. Oh God, I don't want to. I don't like it. I have cherry diet Dr. Pepper to mix it with.
No, that's an abomination.
Coke ever came up with.
Oh no! She's a pleb. She's got no taste. I'm very sad for you.
So our friend Patrick Raisin said that he bought cherry brandy for the ladies that to them. But then Lady Morgan commented that he also brought them blackberry brandy. That's so kind and generous of you. And Lady Morgan appreciated it, I am sure.
I feel like I just drank something.
Wait,
from...
is someone offering to buy Lady Gwendolyn a pearl necklace? Or to give her a pearl necklace, I should say.
Pearls? They're just a different style.
It's actually our friend Tiffany, who is also from Oklahoma. And speaking of Tiffany, going back to the fact that we actually are willing and able to write you all verses, which we have mentioned, but if you're coming into the show a little late, you may have missed it. Our ladies will write you a personalized verse, and I do have a video of Lady Tiffany's verse that was written for her by Lady Rosaline. Would you like to see it, ladies?
Of course.
Yes. I love Lady Rose.
Guten Tag, Tiffany.
It is Fräulein Elsa of Chase Treasure, here to sing a very special verse of autocorrect, written just for you by Our Lady Rosaline. It goes something like this. It's Otto, yes, it's Otto, the German that no one suspects. He's kind and he's sweet, he's writing so neat. Just take care what you send when dear Otto corrects. Bum bum bum. I wrote a professor from Hogwarts whose bravery and charm matched his smarts. I wrote Gryffindor, but Otto wrote in the back door. Now I'm studying up on the dark arts. Wingardium Leviosa. Oh, Tiffany, thank you for being such a big fan of Chase Treasure. We are so sorry we can't see you in Oklahoma this year. But until next year, please stay safe and wash your hands.
So I wasn't expecting all of the ladies to still be on the screen.
You turned into a soprano. It was wonderful.
I was channeling Lady Julie.
I was going to say, she fakes soprano and I fake alto very well.
Yes, we both know how to fake things.
Speak for yourself.
When it is necessary, in order to coddle one's ego.
I would never do such a thing. I know my geometer is listening. I would never do such a thing to you.
He is listening. In fact, he commented earlier, but I'm not sure I can find his comment.
Oh, he was talking about being de-stilled. Yes.
Hello, it's a majesty.
Oh, your majesty. I'm so happy you're here because I was going to sing a verse in your honor, your majesty. I believe you have heard it before, but because this is the Oklahoma themed episode, and we are going to attempt to sing something later on, or perhaps nowish. I'm going to sing your verse just for you.
Perhaps nowish. Okay.
Nowish?
In one moment, I realized I was also missing some jewels still. I was missing my earrings.
It's
So I
never too late to add some more.
You can never have too much jewelry. Who said that? Someone very wise.
Someone did, yes.
Oh. Well, give it a few moments. That way, Her Majesty has to stay in audience with us for just a few moments, because I do believe we're getting some more comments.
We are.
So-
Marlo said that I make the same face at him as I make when I drink the cherry brandy, which is quite accurate because he throws sticks at me.
I had nothing to do with this. I know nothing. Nothing.
I keep reaching for this, but I don't want to. But if I keep drinking it and making weird faces, will people give us tips?
But
I think the more money you give, the bigger a swallow of that cherry brandy she has to take.
ooh, maybe we can get her to finish the entire bottle this evening.
Oh,
Furthermore,
Well,
if you would like for me to take shots of rum, I can do that.
quarantine, more like guillotine. Am I right, Lady Julie?
No, that's a terrible idea. I'm nobility. Don't say that thing.
I can't even smell it. It smells like the worst Irish whiskey I've ever smelled. It's brandy. Brandy's not supposed to smell like
Yes, it is.
Lady Gwendolyn,
like cherry.
perhaps in order to wipe out the taste of the cherry brandy, our fans could give us tips for pie instead.
Hi.
You send us tips and I will make sure I get a pie.
Oh, I'll give you a pie, all right, Lady Elsa.
I want to stick my face in their pie. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's very intimate, isn't it?
Last year, we had some fans in the Terra Nova tribal group who decided on our final day to bring the three of us ladies pie.
I love
Well,
them. Where are they? I wish
The
they were here.
explanation, of course, is that we were singing for almost exclusively for them,
Many
almost daily,
Many
song about pie. And in it is the line, I want to stick my face in your pie. So at the end, they said, here, you can now stick your faces in our pies. And there is a picture, which you may have seen as the promo picture for this, which is all of us holding our pies.
I remember the moment before I actually stuck my face in the pie.
In the pie, you did.
And then went to Absalom's because the pie was now dripping off of my face onto my bosom, over my nose. And Sir Absalom and made him lick it off of me.
I was going to say, a certain gentleman took that pie from you, didn't he?
In fact, it was a cherry pie.
That's right. And I think I had lemon.
Mayhap. And was yours blueberry, Lady Gwendolyn? I do believe it was because I remember it matched the dresses.
I am absolutely in favor of cream pie, Tiffany. Coconut cream, chocolate cream, or just regular cream pie. It's my favorite.
All the pie. Yes, Lady Caviar, all the pie.
Cream pie.
Ooh, use the cherry brandy in the cherry pie, and then Gwendolyn won't come near it.
But it doesn't taste like cherry. That would just be like pouring something bad on your cherry. I'm not going to say it.
Well, my cherry pie usually tastes of limes, also I'm told. I don't sample it that often.
Put the lime in the coconut and shake it all up.
Well, now when I have margaritas, that'll have a very different meaning.
If I were any kind of pie, I would definitely be a pumpkin pie.
Absalom offers many services. We did invite Absalom this evening. I don't know if he's come this evening. He might be coming.
Well, those are two separate questions, darling.
Ooh, Vera, I like where you're going. Chocolate.
It is. It's like cough syrup, but worse because I just added a little bit of some type of other beverage to make it better. But
Gwendolyn, did you just say that you're extra wet?
Did I? No,
I think you
the
did.
brandy's wet.
Oh, the brandy's extra wet. I mean, I've heard that about her. I also heard she was a fine girl, and what a good wife she would be.
Can I bring up something really quickly? It's completely irrelevant, but we're all really weird here, and I feel like you're going to appreciate it because you asked me if I was wet. Have you ever made macaroni and cheese?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'll have your servants ever made it for you when you watch them make it. Just say yes. So what you do is you boil the pasta. So what you're doing is you're wetting the dries, and then when you put it in the colander, you're drying the wets.
It's true.
And then when you put the cheese powder on it, you're dusting the wets.
Yes.
And when you...
Oh, God. Gwendolyn's lost it. Moving right along. Shall we sing? Shall we sing for the Queen? I do have a new verse to debut tonight as well, so you'll have to apologize me if my tongue gets the better of me.
As do I. I have them written down. I am going to attempt to read them. It's in chicken scratch. Excuse that. From earlier today when I was editing the video. So, ladies, we're going to attempt to sing, or rather our fans, we're going to attempt to sing some songs about Caviar, our favorite salty treat. But we have discovered, as you noticed, that it is very difficult to be in unison as we are performing live. So now you're going to find out why we actually tape most of our songs in advance. So, shall we go, ladies?
Yes.
Are we ready?
Wait, what's our order?
I'm going to go first, then Lady Julie, then you.
Me three. Okay.
You interrupt Lady Julie interrupts me, and vice versa. And we'll go through twice for our fans because they seem to really like our verses.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Are we ready?
If you are a Chase Treasure version, and I know we have a couple of those, please be aware that this is a standard song, and then we write our own verses. So the verses that I'm singing tonight are two verses that I wrote.
Yes. And same here. And Gwendolyn, did you write these ones as well?
I did. I chose two that I've written as well.
That is also fine, but they are also original verses, just not by Gwendolyn.
Yes.
Who's a very clever lyricist, a cunning linguist.
I'll write you a personalized verse, as you see below. Okay, ladies, are we ready?
You ready?
Caviar comes from a virgin, and that's not the right tune.
So we sing the chorus, and then the verse, and the next person sings the chorus and the verse. Yes?
Yes, but I have Oh Royo stuck in my head and I can't.
Oh! Wrong song. Hey, here, shall I start?
Just yes, go ahead and start. And then,
All right.
and then we'll go around.
Caviar comes from a virgin sturgeon a mighty fine fish. No good sturgeon wants to be a virgin, that's why caviar's a very rare dish. I gave caviar to a Catholic who sold indulgences and such. Then I nailed him on a door, but he did not protest too much. Caviar.
Oh, now Gwendolyn.
Oh, caviar comes from a virgin sturgeon's a mighty fine fish. No good sturgeon wants to be a virgin, that's why caviar's a very rare dish. I gave caviar to the captain while away from his consort, grabbed my bow and then my stern and sailed his ship into my port. Caviar comes from a
virgin sturgeon's a mighty fine fish. No good sturgeon wants to be a virgin, that's why caviar's a very rare dish. I found caviar in Oklahoma, a central state that is landlocked, fed it to the ladies of the Scarlet Pillow, 'cause they really like the...
Caviar comes from a virgin sturgeon's a mighty fine fish. No good sturgeon wants to be a virgin, that's why caviar's a very rare dish. I gave caviar to Queen Liza where she used to wear her pearls, and it made her realize that she would rather stick to girls. I may have single-handedly ended the Tudor dynasty. Sorry about that.
Gwendolyn?
Caviar comes from a virgin sturgeon's a mighty fine fish. No good sturgeon wants to be a virgin, that's why caviar's a very rare dish. I've had caviar of all flavors, never let it go to waste, but 41 on caviar could not compare to 3 chase treasures unlaced.
Very clever.
Men jacked up on caviar, they can't compare.
Caviar comes from a virgin sturgeon's a mighty fine fish. No good sturgeon wants to be a virgin, that's why caviar's a very rare dish. I had some caviar in a twister, not knowing if my life would end, but in my bunker met a mister. Now we are much more than friends. Ready, ladies? Let's try it together. Ready?
Caviar comes from a virgin sturgeon's a mighty fine fish. No good sturgeon wants to be a virgin. That's why caviar's a very rare dish. That's why caviar's a very rare dish. Olay!
I felt like a fish out of water and I couldn't breathe anymore, so my...
Oh my goodness. And that is why we tape our songs in advance. Tip these ladies, they are safely in their homes. Drinks are on you. Or we can pour them on ourselves if we need to.
An opening in the fifth.
Oh, bravo from
yes, she did. there was a gap so wide you could drive a truck through that fifth. But you know what? Some people like open fifths. You know, it's not my bag, but you know, there's jazz musicians in the world.
It's because I didn't sing the last note. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah. Sorry. Music joke.
Dish.
I do hope that Her Majesty is still here, that she heard that. I'm not sure that she has to comment to let us know that she heard her special verse.
I love that verse. When I think of caviar, that's the verse that comes to my mind, Lady Julie. Did you know that?
Oh, I'm so flattered.
It is.
I also just like that I'm sort of Forrest Gumping that I'm just taking credit for ending the Tudor dynasty because Queen Liza was so into me.
I keep picking this up and forgetting.
I'm enjoying your misery. I'm not going to lie. Schadenfreude, people taking pleasure in your pain.
And yes, she is still here. Her Majesty is still with us.
Huzzah!
There's someone named Tom. Any Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Any Tom, Harry, or Dick. A dick, 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 dick. That's a real jazz song. We didn't write it.
So we should tell the story, because I don't believe our audience is know what happened. A little inside, back, behind the scenes story. during one performance at Oklahoma Renaissance Festival, Lady Julie and I started singing about Lady Gwendolyn's favorite gentlemen, Tom, Dick, and Harry, because she said something about Tom, Dick, or Harry. And then Lady Julie and I started singing that song, which is from Cole Porter's Kiss Me, Kate. And Lady Julie, Gwendolyn was singing right along with us.
Which surprisingly enough, I had never heard the song before.
She never heard it, ever.
I don't know how, but I never heard it.
So from that point on, it was her mating call. We would wander around the festival grounds going, Annie, Tom, Dick, or Harry. And by the time we got to
Tom, Harry, or Dick.
a dick, 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 Dick. She would be like, oh, my friends.
That song, like Oh Roy Oh, it makes me turn into a little mushroom cloud. You know, when my gown just like billows when I jump, it goes. You know.
I mean, Gwendolyn, I know you're destructive, but I don't think I would call you a mushroom cloud. It's a bit much.
About my dress, the way that underneath it, you know what happens when the ladies when they have to bop up and down, and it's my sound effect for the way the air sucks.
Your hand gesture and your lack of elocution was extremely suggestive, darling. You know, when the ladies have to.
I'm really hot. I got too hot.
We have a question from Kit Marlowe again. Are you radioactive under there, Lady Gwendolyn?
You should get that checked for certain.
Speaking of which, I'm going to advertise for people, and I didn't even expect to do it, but since we are talking about the Oklahoma Festival in Castleton and how much we love it there, I must give a big round of applause to the soap people who are down by the entrance to the smoker, because they've got this fantastic peppermint essential oil spray that you can spray underneath your knickers, so that when you're running from one show to the other because you're late and you have to get to the smoker like your life depends on it.
Your lady parts.
Puddles and run for your life. You get a nice peppermint breeze on your.
It's true. The lady parts are minty fresh at all times.
Speaking of smoker, for our Oklahoma fans, you missed out this year, but I am working on some arrangements of new songs for us for next year for smoker. I'm not going to say exactly what they are yet, but we will be even filthier and more unlaced there than we are right now next year.
Yes.
You can look forward.
We're going to have a song that's dirtier than semen, 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 semen.
That's not how that song goes.
Are you certain? I'm pretty
enough.
sure that's how it goes.
But there's the other song that's boobs, 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 boobs.
Right.
Yes.
That's fair.
Lady Gwendolyn, we have a question for you, and this should probably be our last question of the show because we have one more song to share with them.
Yes.
But John Pyle wants to know, what have you been up to since you've been so busy?
Oh, well, I was busy a while ago. I was very busy over Christmas time. I was very busy in the springtime, and then the plague happened. So actually, I haven't really been all that busy lately. I've been spending a lot of time in the house. I have been doing a lot of exercise. It's very important to keep in good shape. But I did notice another question. Someone asked who made my gown.
She made it. She did it. She made it. She made it herself. She's a very talented seamstress.
All the way over there.
I hired only the best.
And she actually was still making it when we were in Oklahoma. Every week it had new things.
And I am forever indebted to the Lady Morgan for allowing me to borrow the lovely machine which helps stitch my gown together. Fantastic.
There we go. She tailors her own gowns.
So kind. Well, I think before we do our last song, we should, not that she can put it on herself. Kit Marlowe, you go home. You're drunk.
Hello, Marcy.
What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say, I think it's important because we haven't mentioned it yet, that a small bit of our proceeds tonight are going to a very important cause that we all believe in as a group of ladies that is quite relevant to our time. And it's also quite relevant to this song that we're going to finish with tonight.
Yes, we did decide that a portion of our proceeds this evening would go to the National Congress of Black Women, because we believe in battle ravens of all sorts. And right now, we believe that those battle ravens need a little bit of our assistance as battle ravens to show them that we are support and allies. So we do wish to give just a tiny portion this evening of our proceeds to them, because we think that they need the assistance for the allies. I can't speak. I am like mumbling over my words. I've had far too much of that unfiltered cider.
That's all right. We've of course been having a lot of fun this evening, but we're not immune to the seriousness of the problems in our country, and we want all of our friends and loved ones to know that we stand with them, because there is only one race, the human race.
So, on that note, we would like to premiere our final song of the evening.
I'm not going to drink it, but I'll cheers you with it.
After I pull this one up here.
I know, it's so funny. Mayhaps.
We are Unlaced, and Byron does say the very well said, Lady Julie, because you haven't been drinking nearly as much as I.
No, I'm not quite as silly as they are. Even if I shotgun this, I won't be.
Quality over quantity, Lady Elsa. I had 2 sips and I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Look, if you want to see me knackered, then you'll have to wait until next year after hours, and you'll have to get me plastered then. And that'll just be the way of it.
Yes, and put more tips into our box, and we'll gladly get knackered, and we'll give more to the National Congress of Black Women.
I know my friend who's on here from Louisiana may have seen me with a little too much in my system at one point. However, Lady Julie with too much in her system looks identical to Lady Julie with not a drop in her system, because there just is no filter. I just have no filter at all, ever. Sorry. Back to the beautiful segue.
So I can't remember which way is which.
There you are.
Lady Sarah says you have to drink it, you toast. Lady Sarah, you've never smelled this. Lady Sarah, who likes to drink.
$15 to stand up, Lady Julie. That's the after hours show, and it costs a lot more.
$15 to stand up, Lady Julie. Get out!
Ladies, I don't want to end the show, but it has been an hour. So somebody pay
all right.
Okay.
I love you all. I love you all who are here.
After we listen to our final song.
All right.
Let's get stompy, ladies. I am one sword out of many, I am one face out of 3. The maiden crone and mother stand united within me. For I am woman's fury and her honor and her pain. And before this day is over, oh, the blood shall fall like rain.
Bring me thunder, bring me steel, bring me coat of iron mail, bring me diamond hardened will, and let my courage never fail. Bring the lightning to my sword, flashing living in my hand, and bring warning to the horde that here the battle raven stands.
I am wind and rain and fire, I am venom, blood and tears. I can raise a fury higher than the worst of mortal fears. I am woman for the women and the children and the home. I will raise my cry in battle with an army or alone.
Bring me thunder, bring me steel, bring me coat of iron mail, bring me diamond hardened will, and let my courage never fail. Bring the lightning to my sword, flashing living in my hand, and bring warning to the horde that here the battle raven stands.
When the raven stands to battle, I will hear no pleading word. I will dread no foeman, quarter fallen men, raise not the sword. For I know no rules of warring, this is not some bloody game. This is kill or die in trying, for your foe will do the same.
Bring me thunder, bring me steel,
crashing down from out the sky. And I'll sing to light the souls of all the warriors soon to die. And I will sing in battle bloody songs of power and pain. And I will sing tonight for war to never come again.
Bring me thunder, bring me steel, bring me coat of iron mail, bring me diamond heart and will, and let my courage never fail. Bring the lightning to my sword, flashing living in my hand, and bring warning to the horde that here the battle red stands. And bring warning to the horde that here the battle red stands.
I tell you, my favorite thing about watching and doing these episodes is watching the faces of my fellow treasures as they watch their videos, because this is the first time that they have an opportunity to see it. And watching Lady Julie practically in tears at the bottom of the screen with her eyes welling up, because I know this is her favorite song. It was really beautiful. And I wish all of you out there could see what I see, but you get to see us on stage and we don't get that opportunity. So we have comments from Tiffany Armstrong, how much she loves this song. Same with Shakespeare, told us that he loved it. And Shakespeare's Lady is telling us that she's reminded of Pub Sing. Depending on the moment, she was two different ladies at festival. I think at Pub Sing, she was someone different, but she's usually Lady Bess.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I've just noticed that someone sent us greetings from Philadelphia, and I must ask where in Philadelphia you are, sir, because if you should like to buy Lady Julie a cup of coffee, Casa d'Aubigny, or Chateau d'Aubigny, I should say, is on Wharton Street over in Queen Village. So.
Chateau d'Aubigny.
Chateau d'Aubigny. À la droite de Armand's.
And there is an amazing coffee house right near Chateau d'Aubigny that Lady Elsa would be glad to meet you at.
That is what I have just said. And yes, they are open. They have been open for carry out for quite some time. So I've been drinking pistachio rose lattes.
Oh. I do apologize. I was looking at the comments, trying to figure out which ones to put up on here, and I did get distracted for a moment. We do have one more comment from Kit Marlowe.
Oh. Oh.
I know who Kit Marlowe's favorite taste treasure is. Hold on. I need just a second. This is Kit Marlowe's favorite taste treasure.
That is because he recognizes it.
Oh, wow. That was rude. Very rude. Elsa, it's not nice to tease about things that are true.
Lady Husband's going to laugh really hard at that. I believe in her.
One more time, ladies. I do want to remind our fans that this show will be available to continue to watch on Facebook Live and YouTube for, as far as I know, perpetuity, at least at this point. So please make sure that you let your friends know. Any tips that have been made this evening or tomorrow will go to these lovely ladies that you see here. 30% to each of us, 10% to the group kitty, which is to get our digital music online. We have recently put our first CD on iTunes, Spotify, all of the various services. Lady Rosaline, if you could put that in the comments, please. And we would like to put our second, third, and fourth CD online as well. Our first CD is self-titled, Chase Treasure. Our second CD, Lady Julie, what is the title?
Oh, is that questionably chased?
Yes. Our third CD, Lady Gwendolyn.
Is Slippery When Wit. I'm a little slippery right now.
And our fourth CD was made for just this Christmas. There are friends, John and Davis came to visit us for our Christmas concert. It is called Ho, Ho, Ho. Irreverent Revelry. And we are all featured on it. That's actually the one that you can find Lady Rosaline, Lady Rosaline as well, Lady Julie, Lady Gwendolyn, and myself on that CD, along with a number of our other treasures with original Christmas verses as well, holiday verses.
I did a Caviar verse about butts.
Yes, Lady Rosaline says it is on iTunes, Spotify, Google Music, and many more. And Lady Morgan is saying she's working on getting the second CD. It is a lot to track down. If you did notice in all of the videos, we attempt to give credit to the original artists and songwriters of the songs. Sometimes it is difficult to find them. We assume some things have been traditional songs, and then we find out they're not.
That is actually very common in the Renaissance festival world, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I suppose, depending on your perspective. But there are things that people assume are traditional tunes that are, in fact, someone's personal intellectual property. But it does mean that things get shared out quite often. So it depends on why you're writing the song, I suppose.
Yes. So that is what our other percentage is going towards. And then, as we said, a portion of our tips this evening, the 3 ladies and I have decided, or the 2 ladies and I have decided to go to the National Black Women's Congress, or Congress of Black Women, and support them in their cause as Battle Ravens. Ladies, I think it's time for us to say goodbye to our friends.
No! What? You sound like a royal hound, Lady Julie.
What?
You sound like a royal hound.
Did you just call me a...
No. I called you beautiful little fluffy papillon who I want to sit on my lap.
Well, be a papillon.
They are cute.
I am French, after all.
I have to put that back up for one moment. Tonight's episode was brought to you by Unfiltered Cherry Micro Cuckoos.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it when our audience gives us our jokes. Well, ladies, are we ready to say goodbye to all of our fans?
I suppose.
We love you so much.
Until next time. That's all it is. It's not goodbye. It's just until next time.
As Black Lips Bonnie says, it's never quite goodbye. It is fairly well, but it's the saying that we say in Renaissance festivals quite frequently.
Marry me.
Marry me.
Mary Part. And Mary Tyler Moore. No, sorry. That is me tipping my hat to Paul and David Stickney, who passed this past year and the year before. That's their joke. But as our Oklahoma friends say, hello, my friends. Again, say hello. And so we meet again early springtime, memories of so long ago. Thanks to our gods for our loves and our lives. May the warmth of our love now show. We love you.
Even the Terry Brandy. So, as we always close our shows, I have been Lady Fräulein Elsa von Berg.
I have been Lady Julie d'Auvigny of France.
And I am Lady Gwendolyn Thorne.
And together we are
Change Treasure.
Put a tip in our box. Virtual chest is waiting for all of you. Thank you so much.